So Alicia, you are the true essence of a serial entrepreneur. One of your initiatives is Red Carpet CEO. Tell us more about that.
So the Red Carpet CEO is really where I started with branding with other entrepreneurs. So we did personal branding and then I launched into media. So it's really a personal branding and media side of my business. So we have web shows. We have 3 web shows, actually. We have Unleash Your Audacious Confidence. We have Love My Body, Love Myself, which is a fantastic show. If you haven't seen it yet, you should. And then we have Small Business Saturday Shout Out, which started during the pandemic to help small businesses have kind of a marketing asset for themselves. You know, media coming on, being interviewed. When someone interviews you, it's more authority than you standing in front of the camera talking about yourself. So we have those 3, and then we also have a podcast, which you've been a guest on, called Leading with Audacious Confidence. Do you hear a theme there?
I do, and I think there's a theme sort of that we're encompassed by a little bit here. You use the hashtag all the time, Audacious Confidence. You talk about audacious confidence. What is, everyone knows what confidence is. What is audacious confidence? How do you define that?
So that's a great question, because audacious confidence is that unshakable belief in yourself that's so bold and so daring that you step into what's possible for yourself, despite your feelings, fears, or past failures. That you want to live your life without limits, really.
So you just said, despite your fears or concerns
your feelings
or anxiety.
Or your past fail, yep.
But it's interesting because I think a lot of people would define audacious confidence as someone who doesn't have any fear whatsoever. So can you address that?
Oh, absolutely, because we can never get rid of fear. Fear is woven into our DNA, right? From caveman days. We needed fear to keep us alive. So that is still in our brainstem, that impulse, that fear impulse. So we can't get rid of it. So you need to have the tools and resources to step over that fear and do the thing you want to do.
One of my favorite things to look at is cognitive biases, things that were put in our brains long time ago in caveman days. And one of the cognitive biases looks at how often we need to feel like we're thriving versus feel like we're failing. And the ratio is 5 to 1, 5 thriving experiences to every one sort of negative experience in order to really feel like we are truly thriving. You are someone who constantly gives yourself opportunities to really thrive. You say yes to a lot of things and give yourself a lot of opportunities. Share some of the things that you've done that's helped you build that audacious confidence by really giving you an opportunity to succeed, to be in the limelight, to try new things.
Well, this entrepreneurship journey is not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. And I like to say I live on the edge of overwhelm. You know, I feel like I need to continue to push the boundaries of what I'm doing. So even being in the media, starting a media company myself, I was recently in Dubai. I was invited to speak in Dubai at the First Ladies Forum by Princess Maradian. And so, you know, when these kinds of invitations come to me, okay, yeah, I've never spoken in front of First Ladies before. I've never spoken in front of royalty.
First Ladies from 40 different countries.
Right, different countries and royalty. I have never spoken in front of them, but what the heck? You know, when am I getting an opportunity like that again to do something? So I have these tools that I call the 7 secrets to audacious confidence that I often lean into, like when I did the pageant. Never done a pageant before, was invited to do a pageant, and I resisted for 3 years, and then finally I said, okay, I'll do it. But I recognized that I was in...
And came home with the crown.
And came home with the crown,
yeah. With the crown.
For the first time, yay! But the thing is, I recognized that I was in fear of doing it because I was in fear of judgment. And, people, I think, because I've heard them say, they look at me and they think that I am not afraid to do things, but I am. And I have to recognize when I'm in resistance, what that is, what the fear is behind it, and then decide what to do next. Am I going to shrink or am I going to lean in? And I know I was afraid of judgment, not just, what are my family going to think? What are my peers going to think? But I was actually going to be judged. Like I was going to be standing in front of literally a panel of judges, right? Telling me whether I'm good enough. And so, I had to come against that terror barrier and step over it. And that's why Audacious Confidence, because I think, especially as women, we tend to shrink when we should lean in. And I want women to know they can lean in. It's okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably something you and I share in common. People always think that we're not afraid, but we just take a lot of action straight through the fear. And it does get a little easier because you know that you'll survive. You're
not going to die.
You're not going to die. You're going to come out on the other side. And I think the other side of it too is the idea that when you try new things, just getting in the habit of trying new things becomes a little bit more comfortable. We're both people who say yes an awful lot. If folks want to learn more about Audacious Confidence, if they'd love to have access to your 7 secrets to building Audacious Confidence, how do they get access to that?
So they can go to audaciousconfidence.com. That they can actually download. I have a PDF that they can download and also a video course for free that they can look at. But also, if they go to alicia360.com, they can connect with me everywhere.
Amazing. And you're also very, very active on social.
I try.
So we'll see you there as well. Thank you for talking with me about Audacious Confidence.